Hello, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Barbarian Runecasts, and this is a runecast for the moon cycle that started yesterday on the new moon, January 24th, and goes through the full moon coming up on February 9th. So we're going to do a 3 runecast to get the sense of the collective vibe, what to focus on the next 2 weeks. I hope that this last moon cycle was as great for you as it was for me and for a lot of my friends. When we did the runes 2 weeks ago, it was very auspicious, and the runes suggested that there would be new opportunities coming into our lives and new people coming into our lives, possibly new business opportunities, new romantic opportunities, and I just saw that happen with myself and then with a bunch of my friends, so that was awesome. So I hope these last 2 weeks were good for you as well, and let's see what the runes have in store for us for the next 2 weeks. Now, the 3 rune cast is first we choose the first rune is an overview of the situation. The second rune is the primary challenges that we'll face. And then the third rune is, or the second rune, excuse me, is the challenges, blessings, and action. It's kind of all three in one. So it could be like the action we're meant to take to achieve the desired outcome, or it could be blessings or challenges that we have to face. And then the third rune is the new situation once we take the action, once we overcome the challenges, once we reap the benefits of the blessings of the second rune. It's the new situation that arises. So let's get into it. So mojo items today are, I got my malachite. I've used this before, but malachite just, it literally repels negativity, doesn't allow negativity around it. This is a nice big one. So got that going for us. So many stories of friends I've given a malachite to, and they tell me stories of like there's been someone at work that's been bothering them all the time and just bringing a lot of negativity, and then they just put the malachite on their desk, and the person like seems like they want to talk to them, but they just can't. They're like repelled. That's the power of the malachite. Malachite is really, really powerful, and I get it from these really beautiful stone collectors in India. And so they're just really good vibes. Second mojo item is something called Florida water. This is a quirky one. Let's see. Sorry, the lighting on this is not so great. It's called Florida water. And I found out about this through the great Josie Grouse, the angelic lightworker, who's going to be coming on Barbarian Noetics podcast in about a couple weeks. I'm so excited for that. I really, really, really love her. She's had a huge impact on me, Josie Grouse. So she recommended for purification rites to use this stuff called Florida water, which is, it says it's a clone, but really it's essential oils. Oh, that's my meowser. Hang on just a second, guys. Hey everybody, sorry about that. It's it's the life of when you have a meowser. They like to kind of show up at inopportune times. She knows like when I'm busy doing something, that's when she'll meow at the door. And if I don't let her in, she'll just consistently meow and meow more and more urgently, and it would be very distracting to the video. So now she's inside. Little break. Florida water. Josie Grouse told me about it for purification purposes. It's essential oils. It's a blend, like a secret blend of essential oils and then a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. It's this really pretty blue color. I don't know if you can see it. It's this really pretty blue color. Sorry about that. The lighting is all effed up, but yeah, so this is great just to sprinkle on. I like to just like sprinkle a little bit. Woof, on my chest, and it smells really good. And I guess Josie went to Peru to do some medicine work, plant medicine work, and she said a lot of the shamans in Peru use this Florida water as well in their ceremonies. So, Florida water. All right, let's get this runecast underway for this moon cycle starting yesterday on the 24th and going till February 9th on the new moon. Oh, full moon, sorry. Thank you, old graybeard. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for showing us the runes, teaching us how to use them. Today I'm going to be reading from a book by Paul Rees Montfort called Nordic Runes. There we go. If I put it over there, it works. Paul Rees Montfort, Nordic Runes, is the book we're going to be reading from. As always, just pay attention to what inner knowings come up inside yourself. Those are the ones to watch. So, general overview of the situation for the next 2 weeks. We have we have Ansu's, the Signals rune. So let's see what Paul Rees Montfort has to say about Ansu's. It's the rune of signals, communication. So one of the things I like about this book is he gives an old Norwegian rune poem for each rune. He also gives an old English rune poem and an Icelandic rune poem. I like the Norwegian rune poems. So for Ansu's, Rivermouth opens most journeys, but the sword belongs in its sheath. The meaning. Ansu's refers to Odin, the high god who embodies, among other things, breath, senses, and the sacred word. As custodian of esoteric traditions and prophecy, Odin represents the word as it flows from the gateway of the mouth into the wider world. This rune, therefore, rules over not only the word, but the spell, the chant, the prayer, and breath as well. On a mundane level, Ansu's relates to how we express ourselves, especially our central message in life. In Norse myth, Odin presides over many mysteries. As the one who breathed life into the first human being, he is the creator god who gifts breath as the very source of existence. Odin's connection with the mead of inspiration and the well of rune lore also reveals him as guardian of the spoken word and whispered secret. His presence in this reading suggests that there are sources of wisdom and inspiration around you, if only you are attentive to their counsel. Watch and listen carefully, for a mentor may appear in an unexpected guise. And then reverse the rune can signify miscommunication, but we did pull it on its upright manner. So I would say that the overview of the next 2 weeks is to be aware that someone of wisdom might come in your life in an unexpected manner, and kind of like the archetype of the old mage that knocks at the door and come out of the rain. So pay attention to new intellectual influences, pay attention to how you use your words, and keep an open mind, keep your awareness perked for sources of wisdom and inspiration around us. Second rune is the action rune, which could signify challenges or blessings. And we drew the Fertility rune. I'm not going to try because the lighting, I need to fix my lighting in here, but basically the Fertility rune is 2 X's on top of each other. That's what it looks like. And it represents the god Inge. Ing or Inge, I don't know how you pronounce it. It's I-N-G. He's a fertility god. So this is our action rune. Let's see. For Ingus, or for the god Inge, we have the rune poem. Inge, first seen by the East Danes, later rode his wagon away eastward over the waves. Thus was the great god named. Inguz is a rune of sexuality, fertility, family lines, and ancestry. In the immediate sense, it is like Wilhelm Reich's orgon, sexual life force, energy, bursting through the seams. Pleasure and gratification are augured. Yet ultimately, this rune turns our attention to the great river of life flowing from the ancestral past through the sexual act into the present and on to future generations. Norse paganism encourages us in our enjoyment of sexuality. Earthly life and its fruits are there to be relished, and this rune counsels you to take pleasure in and express your sexual self with confidence. It is healthy to feel at home in our body, and to be aware of our erotic nature. At the same time, Inguz promotes growth in the matters at hand. It is an empowering, fertilizing rune. So this is another very auspicious reading we're having this time, guys. This is exciting. Not that the appearance of Inguz means you may abandon everything in the pursuit of pleasure. This is a very dynamic and multifaceted rune that brings a sense of continuity and connection within the unfolding fabric of life. It prompts us to dig deep to seek out the roots of the current issue. What is the larger context of what is occurring to you, be it pleasure or pain? How does it fit into the big picture? What is the ultimate source of what you are experiencing? So keywords to think about for the action that is most fortuitous for us to take: sexuality, fertility, family lines, ancestry, sexual energy, river of life, fertilizing force, bodily awareness, erotic confidence. So we got signals and communication as the overview, and fertility, sexuality, life force as the action rune. And now the new situation that will emerge. My feeling is that this is the new situation that will emerge on the new moon. So when we find our way through this really fun 2 weeks of communication and sensuality and new sources of wisdom entering our lives, then the new situation. All right. We drew the rune of opening. Kenaz, or torch. Norwegian rune poem. That's it's so morbid. The Norwegian rune poem is so morbid. The Old English rune poem is: the torch we know by its flame, which brings illumination and light, wherever noble souls congregate. The Norwegian rune poem is: ulcer is the curse of children, grief turns us pale. So that must be relating to the inverse, or the potential challenges of this rune. Kenuz, meaning pine torch, refers to the instrument used to light a hall or outdoor place. It is therefore a symbol of light and illumination. On a personal level, it stands for warmth, friendship, and love. The wisdom of the heart is crucial to happiness, and emotional fulfillment is the omen of this stave in an upright position. Romantically, Kenaz can augur being in love, holding a torch for someone. Its flickering flame embodies the dance of feeling in all its finesse and the raw heat of erotic expression. Signifying intensity rather than partnership, it may also relate to more than involvement with another person. Kenaz can stand for your creativity or a burning dedication to an outside cause. So we drew this rune halfway between the upright and the reverse position. So it says reversed. However, Kenuz reveals the destructive, biting side of fire. Interesting. Fire is bright but can burn, in love, in friendship, in war. Sometimes Kanaz reversed alludes to health issues, the burning inflammation, fever, or ulcer of the Scandinavian rune poems. A change of diet and lifestyle may be in order if you feel yourself cankered by the world. Seek another source of flame, nurturing the new light where you find it will bring illumination back into your life. Keywords for this rune: that which is lit, flame itself, the element of fire, heat, warmth, erotic love, illumination, learning, knowledge, gathering, togetherness. And then the negative side is flying too close to the flame and falling to the ground like Icarus. So I think the vibe that I get from this, and again, it's all about the vibe that you get from it. This is just meant to inspire thought. This is a thought experiment. Vibe I get from it is that very auspicious runecast, that we're going to be coming into an increased power. There's going to be a sense of increased personal agency, increased power through one by wisdom, and also pay attention to playfulness and sensuality and sexuality. Don't feel embarrassed about that aspect right now or hesitant about it. The runes say that this is a good time to express yourself physically, sexually. And through the wisdom and the sensuality and the physicality, you will likely find yourself coming into a place of power. And so then with great power comes great responsibility, obviously. And as we get this torch of power, as we feel it, our increased energy, increased life force, we then are tasked with using it, channeling it, and harnessing it in the best possible way for the benefit of all beings and the collective evolution of humanity. So enjoy these next 2 weeks. Sounds like they're going to be a lot of fun. I hope you all have romantic excitement and sensual pleasure and wise counsel and a bright torch of life force. The torch of life force. All right, y'all. I'm signing off. I'll be back on February 9th or February 10th at the time of the full moon. And this is when the moon is waxing, is a good time to start to we kind of enjoy the fruits of our karmic seeds that we laid in the first aspect of the moon cycle. So dreams kind of come to fruition when the moon is waxing. So altogether, super auspicious runecast, and I look forward to hearing about everyone's experience these next 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to it. And so until next time, much love. See ya, y'all.